Yeah, the Vertigang's got nothing on the Tuscany cartel, baby. We're going to take it all down. It's coming our way. But yeah, I'll put up with it, all right? Because we've got two of the iconics, the legendary Brazilians that have brought this scene so much. Taco and coldzera in the server in Rio.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. Let's see what they've got in store for us, surrounded by some young Brazilians as well. Against the Bad News Eagles, Pistol Round is live here on Vertigo. Things starting off slow, things starting off calculated. As 00NATION wants to see if there's going to be any aggression from the CT side, nothing as of yet. So calm before the storm.
Later we'll go over and try. We'll work with him toward the ramp. One flat true is the one that's tasked with spotting this out immediately. B&E, another team that was quite impressive on the road to Rio in Europe. Put up some big numbers in games I don't think people would have expected much from them. Obviously, not their first time to a major. One flat true is still spotting, still trying to see if anyone's going to come here. Very slow take so far from 00NATION.
Yeah, they're making sure they don't miss any details. Here's going to be a little flashbang from Taco just to take the angle away from Juan Flatro. Ooh, a little bit of damage done. He's going to start backing away. Here's the footsteps. And 00NATION now starting to apply a little bit of pressure, but there's a trap set up behind sandbags. Good Molotov, but GXX has got a better headshot.
Huge kill from GXX because Tri was waiting. He'd pushed Juan Flatro back. He had the position at scaffolding, but as soon as GXX went down, that was when Juan Flatro knew he would have to turn his attention back in that direction, and Juan Flatro's going to catch Taco out. Saneri gets coldzera. Both of those players gone. It's all on Dumao. That was a really well-timed retake toward that scaffold position on the back of GXX's kill. And Bad News Eagles will take the opening round. Good shot by Rigon to confirm it.
Yeah, really well done. Really well done from Bad News Eagles, holding their nerve. That is a beautiful sight for day one of the Challenger stage. Absolutely magnificent. We've got it all. Now we just need the Brazilian teams to win. 1-0. And a complete investment for 00NATION. Tech9's Deagle's utility as well. Famas going to slow things down. Disorganize the hit just a little bit. Lado doesn't want to turn the corner, takes his time with it. Oh man, the covering fire from the Tech9s, and Taco's found the opening.
Good shot from Taco. Getting back away as well, running and gunning with the Tech9. The damage is there. Bomb's going to get planted for 00NATION. They've got a chance to capitalize on this. Smokes could actually let these pistols get so close and so punishing. Taco's going to get a reload in, but we already saw the Lados pushed up as well. And I think you're absolutely right. I think they have to back off of this. They haven't got a kill yet. Oh, Synopsis in such a tough position. They jump in. Rigon takes away the aggro. That means they can push. Good shot, Taco, but he's only good for one. Try is going to double up on that, and now the advantage. Look at the HP. This is done. 00NATION going to tie it immediately.
They absolutely will. Another kill for coldzera to close out the round, and 00NATION steal round two. That's a round of utility. A very simple, easy hit to gain space up the stairs. The follow-up utility at the electric box of the generator locks out the retake, allows the Tech9s to get close up. And the danger of those Tech9s behind the smoke makes it so tough for B&E to start the retake. Perfectly played. And a good opening from Taco. Look how fired up he is right out of the gate. 1-1.
GXX down already. Tries going to find him. Flashed and smoke. Didn't matter. He knows the angle. He can hear him coming the whole time. M4 sits on the ledge. coldzera, AK in hand, is the next to try and challenge this ramp position. Oh, we'd love to get vintage cold, wouldn't we? Good boost up. Synopsy able to sit back on this. Waiting for a chance. Goes off a bit early, though. Tri was already looking. They might go back to it, expecting that eventually they are going to show themselves in this position. And he gets taken down immediately. Tri finds it. One step ahead of Synopsy the whole time. Saneri's going to push down, though. That does get one kill back, and a flurry of frags come in because Rigon's able to strike. So is Juan Flatro. The timing is everything, and they'll steal the round right back in their favor.
Oh, that is a gut punch. That is a gut punch because 00NATION, it seemed like they were getting what they wanted. Bad News Eagles just converges at the point of attack, and they swarm. So many bodies. 00Nation never expected this much resistance. Never expected this amount of players to be taking fight after fight. And a great double kill from Juan Flatro to put him in the advantage. 2-1.
Naito looking for a chance. He's going to be aggressive this time, try and get ahead of the chaos that Bad News Eagles started in the last round, as it was complete crossfires in every single position.
Ooh, here we go. They got space. They got space. Oh, no one has any idea. They have no clue but Juan Flatro. Oh, he slid over to the other side, and they didn't realize it equally. That was actually such a dangerous round. What a good recovery.
I'm surprised Juma actually stopped up. I know he took a couple of crossfired shots or drive-by shots as they get into the site. Good bomb plant. That'll at least give them the money, but this is an easy retake. I actually expected him to swing CT with the pace that he went in there with.
You either have to look left and you find that player kind of at the default boxes. You either need to commit to that fight or you swing and you hard clear to the right.
Yeah, he just gave him a warning, right?
Lost himself a little bit in the play, but the space was there. Yeah, he's just a little bit scared of actually committing to that fight at the range with the Tech 9 and was overexposed.
And even
if you player in CT spawn.
Even if you call the player default box, your second man in is going to take that fight if you want to swing. So
yep.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Either way, it's 3-1 now for Bad News Eagles. With the bomb plant coming in, not enough money to go on top of that to complement the buy. So they'll be left on pistols again, 00Nation, but it's Eagles for everyone with the exception of Try, who holds on to the bomb at this point in time.
3-1, and Bad News Eagles get a chill. They know after converting consecutive rounds, they've got the economic advantage. They know it's got to be back to pistols. Not a close enough round 3 to warrant a buy. Excuse me, not a close enough round 4 to warrant a buy from 00Nation. And Regon's going to get aggressive around the smoke. Oh, good transfer over. Does eventually fall, but he's got himself a double kill. And Lado is left in a 1v4.
Try and get some shots on the Deagle.
Ooh,
that's one of them.
I believe it's Kayota here in Brazil.
All right. Well, KO'd indeed, as Lado does pick up the M4, but too many players to fire at. Looks down below, and Juan Flatru's able to swing up high as he does so. So 4-1 now for B&E. Crowd is built for this game naturally, with 00Nation being on the stage.
Some of their favorite sons.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the lineup, yeah.
Just after noon here now. In fact, we're 12:25 local time. So more and more people getting to the stadium, and for good reason. Taco holding on underneath the smoke has actually got there quite quickly. I don't know if they'll be fully aware of this. He's going to go for the quick Molotov on top of the close position, so when Flatcher's going to be forced off of that, has to smoke it. Can't overcommit to chasing that, though, because good follow-up position by Sineri.
Good piece of utility forced out, though, by the Molotov from Taco, especially considering they're at such a deficit in that department in this round. Look at the counter nades. Bad News Eagles want to retake and maintain this position. Flashbang to peek up over the boards and down the stairs. They see nothing, but plenty of bodies here. Sineri lured back, lured himself into a double kill, and Juan Flatro adds a third.
Still, though, they managed to get 2 back. The fact that he got 2 on that was a good peak, but they've opened up a bit of space for themselves to try and work toward this B site. They're not going to go with pace, though.
Ooh.
Missed Molotov by Cold. 2 players on this side. They could have tried to pump the brakes on this. They could have tried to rotate them back over, utilize the ladder even, and go toward middle, but GXX, AWP, no mistake, Try goes down, Cold 0. We're going to need some vintage Cold right now if he wants to win this one out.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say they have no idea, but GXX on the angle is going to find it. So 5-1 indeed. I think we know which side the crowd is for in this one, Jason.
Yeah, we do. Well, I think the crowd is still waiting to have that kind of loyalty and that kind of energy rewarded quite yet. A flat opening game with 9Z getting trounced by Gamer Legion. And an early deficit for 00Nation now as Bad News Eagles. I mean, this is the style that we all know they love to play, in your face. They don't want to give up ground. They're going to come right back at you, not afraid of anything. They play no respect Counter-Strike until you force them to respect you. And at the moment, 00Nation have not quite done that yet. Back to Tech 9s in a P250. Remember as well, so much of the emphasis on Taco and coldzera due to their pedigree. But outside of that, a very inexperienced 3 players along with them.
But that is the rebuild that Brazil's been in.
Yeah, Brazil is a region. It's been very clear these last few years. The old stars are fading. It's time for the new blood to step up, and that's been part of the charm or the rise of Furia. Now it's about who's going to follow Furia's footsteps.
Well, and having this, experience of Taco and Cold is going to help fortify some of that future talent. But right now, that doesn't matter. Right now, what matters is getting kills against P&E. Again, they'll get dismantled at mid as Synopsy finds 2. Good shot from Triad at range. Unfortunately, they already had too many players inside of the site to swarm on Taco, who couldn't capitalize on that opening pick when they did arrive. And it's all on Doom out. Tech9 in hands. And he's going to reposition just to see if he's being flanked, but they'll continue to hold the front of the site. It does have the bomb to work with, but I don't know, with 30 seconds, he has the goal to try and rotate that back over and hope for an optimistic plant.
Kill's the name of the game, right? Limit the economic growth. Limit what you can from the money building up behind Bad News Eagles. Unfortunately, they already know his position, so he's not catching anyone off guard. 17 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go down here to the position from Synopsy, who's got the final frag, and it's 6-1.
And 3 kills for Synopsy in the round as well, so he's looking sharp as always.
7 for Ceneri, 10 for Juan Flatro, who's had himself a good game as well to start things out in these first 7 rounds of play. Timeout taken from 00Nation with this deficit. Want to talk things over. Cone gets chucked off the side of the building.
Even the Cones had enough of Vertigo.
Yeah, they went out. They're like, get me out of here.
I'll stop. I'll back off. For now.
For now.
A 6-1 scoreline, another slow start on stage for the South Americans. But at least have 1 already to accumulate, and now they'll be back onto rifles in this particular round. Dumas yet to buy. He'll join his teammates with the AK-47, and it's a decent amount of utility as well. They've got 4 Molotovs and 5 smokes. On top of that, a single nade and a bunch of flashes to work with. They're going to use the first smoke already to try and get toward those B stairs. Ceneri is the one up above it. He's going to drop a nade down. That'll do damage onto coldzera. I spent the entire last 2 weeks studying nade damage, Jason.
Oh yeah, you ready? You're prepared?
No, I'm not. No, I'm kidding.
You had a rough time of it during the road to Rio.
I have no idea how someone didn't edit together a compilation of that, because it was quite ridiculous. All of Pro League and the road to Rio.
Yeah, it was a tough 6-week stretch for you.
Boost up for Dumas instead. A lot of commitment toward this B side of the map so far for 00Nation.
It's a passive defense here as well. With utility, they should be able to have some space turning around these corners. Ceneri's first contact at Generator, making sure they can't close this gap. That's an important kill. He's not actually trying to stop the plant. He's not actually trying to peek too much into the bomb site. He's making sure if they need a retake, they have the avenue for it. Unfortunately, that kill from Taco is going to take that option away from him.
Big miss from Cold on that. Bit slow to react on the gray screen. When Flatcher only took a single bit of damage from that AK try. Going back around, Regon, who's got more patience. And he knows there's got to be something around here. He's going to go in and make no mistake on it. GXX, meanwhile, though, found Taco. Lotto, not efficient, but does get the kill. One Flatcher, the damage was there. He's able to collect, and now they have the advantage, but they're trying to find Synopsy, who's nowhere to be found.
Nowhere even close. He might have.
Yeah, DC.
He did DC. I was going to say.
Yeah, his hands were off the keyboard. He was at ramp the whole time, so they'll have to let me pick scores for each and every game. Okay, then we're talking.
Then we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, exactly.
6-2, back into the action. Tech Pause had a tactical timeout taken from Bad News Eagles. Right out of that, probably the coach saying, calm down, don't worry about it. Juan Flatro is going to continue his tear, a double kill. Second one through smoke, cleaning up the dink. Oh, and he's going to add a third. That is so phenomenal.
Yeah, that is a shutdown. Straight out of the Tech timeout after a win from 00Nation, looking to finally put 2 rounds in succession together. Try, he's going to double it up. 1 on 5, though. This would be huge. Has a bit of smoke. There's going to be a flank coming in naturally with the timing on this. Oh, he's read it. He's read it well. He does the damage, but couldn't quite hit it. We're going down to 3 HP. Hits that. If he's able to jump off the ledge and reset the round slightly, you give him a chance in that.
Yeah, you give him a puncher's chance, wouldn't you? That could have been interesting.
This was so fast, though.
Yeah, what a sequence. And even time to reload and time to get ready for that third fight. coldzera around the smoke, can't get it done. Good double kill here as they line up for him, but a near impossible situation to be in. 7-2, and you're exactly right. A huge win for Bad News Eagles out of the tech issue, out of the timeout as well. Back on track immediately.
Ooh, Taco's just going to go through this. He wants to take advantage of the MAC-10. Flash timing absolutely annihilates him. As he came around the corner, all he could do was pre-fire and hope for the best. Rigon's going to take down Cold, who's been very cold so far to start this game. Only 2 kills so far for him. Same with Dumau, for that matter, and he's going to get removed right now by Synopsy, who equals that total in this round alone, as he's done so many times, so many multi-kills for Synopsy to start off this series.
Bad News Eagles is looking on point. Individually, these guys are accurate at the moment, and they are confident.
Did his score? No, I guess it did reset after the rejoin. I say so many multi-kills. He has a 3-kill round, then a 2-kill round, but he only has the 5 kills total, Synopsy.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a reset there on the scoreboard you're looking at. Look at the one on the main screen, Matthew. You're looking at the Go TV. You're looking at our fancy side monitors for the mini-map.
All right, hang on. Let me, surprise, here we come. Okay,
nope, he's got 5 here too.
It's making me scroll.
I was
going to say it's 5 and 5. Yeah.
All right, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Try is going to open things up. Good kill on Rigon with the AWP. That's on the other side of the map, away from our vision.
The deaths were correct, right? That was the giveaway, Jason, because he only rejoined last round.
Okay.
And he has 5 deaths.
Nice.
So it had to be correct.
Had to be.
We're not very good at deductive reasoning.
No, we're not.
But that's why we just talk about what's in front of us. It's great.
Exactly.
We're going to go back around.
I'm just trying to throw him a bone. Like, yeah, he'd certainly have over 5 kills.
I thought you were trying to throw me one, to be honest, but I guess it's not all about me. Good anticipation from Bad News Eagles. They put the pressure toward mid again early on, try and combat 00Nation. This is an interesting decision to put 2 here, but that's why one of them has a smoke already at the sandbags.
And if a Molotov goes here, you put it out, and I think one player aggressively swings to try and show the escape, and the other waits, lies in wait. Now, there's only one Molotov. That's on Lado. We'll see where he puts it. Synopsy is going to get a little bit wider with an off angle, blinded, and back towards sandbags we go.
Yep, here it is. So the smoke's going to go down. I think you're right. They'll just sit there. Cold Zera, he finds the first. Sonari does try and get aggressive on it, and they are waiting. They are waiting the whole time. Lado's got one already. Can't follow it to find the second. And it is Dumau, and he has no idea. This is a well-called play, well spotted by you. When Flatcher just sits, and allows them to walk into a trap, because that bomb down, they've got a pinch from both sides, and he knows he's got to be there. 9-2.
What a great defense. What a great defense from Bad News Eagles. They hold top of the ramp. The main thrust of the attack is coming in around scaffolding. And when they eventually get the space after taking down GXX, they're just not ready. They're not prepared for all the bodies fighting from the top of the ramp at a different angle than they were ready for. That's huge defense for Bad News Eagles. Look at this, 2 players they have to contend with, and still the third, Juan Flatcher, who gets this last kill. How are you ever supposed to read that if you're 00Nation? An AK-47 on Cold Zera and 4 Deagles to surround it. 00Nation having a very rough time on Vertigo T side.
So far, no question. Synopsy's going to take out Cold Zera. Another one for him, and another round going their way, looking like a 10-2 start. Bad News Eagles can certainly be, I think, a dark horse in this one. I think in the entire event, not just the challenger stage, I think they've been putting in a lot of work and looking really sharp so far.
I think they got a lot of people, regardless of who they're fans of, rooting for Bad News Eagles to do some good things at this event as well. And a very compelling story going back to some of the previous performances at the majors, back at the Antwerp, as they burst onto the scene and showing improvement heading into Rio here. 10-2, 8-round lead for Bad News Eagles.
Took out 4s and a 2-1 to qualify in their final match of the RMR to be here. Did drop to Spirit 2-0, but remember, they also absolutely obliterated Astralis 16-3. And I know, yeah, Astralis aren't here, and for good reason. They didn't deserve to be. They didn't play like they deserved to be, but that is still a huge scoreline for an underdog in that situation.
It's massive. Had to have felt great. Has to feel even better building upon it. Taco again trying to have some influence. Can't find a clean fight. He's had the 2 opening kills in the 2 rounds that 00Nation have won. His entry kills have provided the 2 victories, the 2 sole victories.
So Taco will call that there's one at mid because he actually saw that bounce off the skybox. So he knows exactly where that Molotov came from. I don't know if Saneri spotted him there. Okay, he might have, because the late nade suggests he does. Yeah, the Molotov going down.
Bad News Eagles have really been challenging these beast stairs quite frequently, especially when you consider both round wins for 00NATION happen at that bomb site. Here's Bad News Eagles just saying, okay, look, if you're going to win 2 rounds here, we're just going to prevent you from ever truly attacking this site.
And the ramp hasn't looked composed. You go back to the last round, sure, they have that sneaky smoke play behind the sandbags, but you also go back to the round where it was pistols, round 4, and they get absolutely caught out by it. Great dink. That's good information as well. Not only did they hear the damage, but they know there's a player there. So Rigon's got to be a lot more careful in how he chooses to position himself in defense. He's actually going to get slightly more aggressive and play an off angle at the crane. And a flash from Synopsy to try and activate him in this spot as they do get closer and closer to the top of the site and the top of the ramp. Flash out, Rigon goes. He's in for 2 with that HP. Lotto finally puts him down. That is a massive play, set all the while. And not only, even if he'd gone down, not only does he get the kills, he gets the information, and the rotations are on. GXX is unaware that they are in behind his position, but it won't matter what Flatro's going to put down.
Time's done.
Dumel, and you're absolutely right. No time to plant. Favorites in terms of fanfare, with Imperial obviously and the Legends being there. I say legends in terms of the legendary, the romantic style, not the literal term. I've got to be careful with that one.
Not the stage of the tournament. Well, speaking of the 00NATION boys, they need these last 2 rounds. They need some space to work with. They need some room in the second half to mount a comeback. 2 is not going to be enough. And again, limited by utility, limited by weaponry. 4 Galils, excuse me, on the board. And not really a whole lot of nades to work the map in any kind of realistic fashion. This almost has to be, like, having this much control towards A ramp is phenomenal for them, but this has almost got to be like the execute point with what little nades they have.
Flatcher looking for an angle and a place to get aggressive. He's going to leap to the ladder and work his way down. This could be massive if he's able to sneak in behind. They're looking for it, though. They've got an inkling. They've got a hunch. And Taco takes out one Flatcher. And this is something we have to talk about. The crowd's not saying anything specific. Just by making noise and creating that level of anticipation, this is normal at LAN, but a lot of the younger players at this major are going to have to catch on quickly as to how to use that and lose against that. There's information you can take away and work it to your advantage.
Absolutely. Part of the inexperience factor. Well, they're going back to the B bomb site. 2 players defending. This is perfect for Bad News Eagles, but a missed shot. Still 1 more. But how much can Saneri do? Not enough as Lado grabs the angle. Synopsy, they've got money. They can go for, I mean, he's going to have to go for this. He's not getting away. 1v3. Drop by Lado. 3rd round for 00NATION. That might have been, I like the play from Juan Flatro, and he's got a lot of confidence with the way he's been playing. In a 5v5, that might have been a bit early to go for that much of a play.
And again, I know they have great noise cancellation and whatnot. There's still ways you can feel the crowd, and you're going to hear a slight rumble, and you can immediately tell that they turn backwards. Okay, nothing's happening. We're not pushing anything. So why is the crowd getting hyped? Someone might be pushing us. And it's some of those situations where one Flatcher goes aggressive all the way. Sometimes you want to get aggressive and then stop and wait.
Yeah.
And let the crowd be loud and just hold your angle because you've already got yourself somewhat close to the position. But again, this is something that's been common at LAN forever, and it's something that the inexperienced players are going to have to learn very quickly here in Rio. Because remember, this is just the challenger stage and the crowd's already this loud. Wait until we get to the main event.
Day 1, game 2. Oh, Rigon, it took him a second to really accept the fact that someone was on his screen. He gets the kill, try with the trade back. Into a 4-on-4 we go.
Taco's going to go gather the bomb and group with his teammates to try and make this work, though. More action and aggression from Synopsy. Another double from him. He may not have the most amount of frags, in fact, bottom of the scoreboard for his team, but when he gets one, it seems he always finds a second to complement it, and Taco trying to get aggressive. GXX is limited to just the pistol. Good read from Taco. You can run back up that ramp all you want, but he finds the off angle above the boxes instead, and it's one Flatro trying to get forward of utility and catch them out. If they think they have access to the site, they do not.
He's done it, but Dumal's going to slow play this. I don't think Juan Flatro's going to expect it. Now the timer. He's got to look both directions. Oh, good headshot. Good spin, and can't find it. Taco, 3 kills in the round, and no more kill than this last one.
30 seconds, he goes for the bomb plant. Saneri gets inside of the smoke already. He's got both angles covered off. Saneri has it covered. Indeed, the shin shows, and it's enough. And the rest of this challenger stage. Coldzera himself, though, does need to start getting some kills on the board.
Yeah, I mean, this is again another situation where the hometown favorites just complete backs against the wall. What a devastating first half to have to go through. Coldzera with the dualies, looking for him. So many bullets, ready for Scenario to come through. It's an opening kill in the pistol round. One more. Taco, gushed, forced back. A lot of pressure being applied by Bad News Eagles. Synopsy's got a double, and there goes Taco. And what are you supposed to do if you're try? Oh, just
okay.
that. Yeah.
Give it a try. How about that? He can try all he wants. He's got two. GXX gets him down, but Coldzera steps in, and here we go on the flag. Rigon's going to take him down, and that's going to close out the round 13-3. Cole thought he had one step ahead by dropping back out of the sight. Unfortunately, that's exactly where Rigon was waiting.
Yeah, hard to read that. Man, again, you mentioned in the first half, Synopsy, whenever you see his name come up on the board, there's another one to follow it.
Well, that's what blows me away, is because you press tab, and he's the bottom of the team. Like, when you see his name up there, you'd think he's killing everyone.
Yeah,
because
quality, not quantity.
Dude, it's instant doubles, like, every single time. He's like the untradeable player.
Well, that makes it real rough for 00Nation. Makes it real difficult to get back into this.
Hey, look, they and 9Z both are in the same situation, and in some ways that'll be consolation for each of them. Guys, haha, laugh it off. Look, we're at home. We both had a rough start. We can both regroup from this, and they definitely need to look at it that way. GXX with a Molotov toward Try. That'll push him back up the ramp towards the A site.
Dumao waiting, Deagle in hand, misses the opportunity. One tag, Taco's got a FAMAS at the B bomb site, Try all alone at the A bomb site. The two defenders are split. Trying to recover a 2-on-4 scenario, and middle has been compromised. Oh my lord, the timing on that is huge. Timing on that is everything.
So Try goes down, Taco gets through the smoke. He wants to sneak in behind, but this is going to be such a huge amount of kills for him to find and make anything of this. Bomb already planted as well. And Scenario straight around the corner. Wide side with a MAC-10. Taco never expected it.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We're in a 4-on-1. Why even go for the plant right now? Let's make sure everything's secure. Let's not lose a single detail. Let's not lose track of a single player. 14-3. Timeouts taken from 00Nation, but there's no good answer. There's no good decision in this situation.
Tough part is, and I understand what the crowd's trying to do, only be allowed for 00Nation, therefore showing that they're only supporting that team. If I'm against a Brazilian team in this event, silence is the best sound I can hear.
Oh yeah.
So there's got to be an in-between with this crowd on when to rally themselves up, when to big up 00Nation on stage, and when to try and sort of be bitter and get in the heads of the other team. Because right now, I'm loving this. If I'm Bad News Eagles and I hear nothing, perfect.
I think at this point,
sit down, Brazil. We're in charge right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're Bad News Eagles, you might not even care about the crowd at this point. You're just you're loving the scoreboard. You're just out there like, oh, 14-3. I'm having a great day. And this has been trademark Bad News Eagles. Great individual skill, incredible individual performance from the players. No fear whatsoever, in your face at all times. Confident in every challenge. And they have really stumped 00Nation.
Synopsy being aggressive again, pre-firing even. He'll take down Taco. He's looked away at the wrong time. Might get caught out here. There's a player to peek. Oh, okay, the smoke side. I thought they were going to actually push through it. I thought they were going to try and counter that off, but it's one flatcher, only good for one over the top. Rigon doubles. Coldzera in a 1-on-4. This time, I was going to say they're all inside of the site, but there was one heading for a long flank. Doesn't matter. It's going to be that point already for Bad News Eagles.
Yeah, 12 of them, in fact. 12 chances to close this out.
Pumped full of lead in this game.
We saw Zach at the end of the 9Z game kind of telling his team, that's just game one. We've got plenty more chances to qualify through, plenty more chances to recover. It's going to have to be a similar conversation with 00Nation when all is said and done here. But this one's very rough.
Probably start, though, from Bad News Eagles, though. Synopsy looking for a setup. Flash through the roof to get his teammates in toward middle. That'll bounce off, cover off the left. Just gets around the big box. So throw it now, and then Scenario goes in. Tries too far back to be spotted, but Taco hears it. That gives him a chance down below. Had to aim up too far and try swinging around. Rigon had that cover. So now, it's just a 4-on-3.
Yeah, but Dumao's in a decent position to recover this. I don't think they'll realize necessarily there's a player on the stairs. There's only actually one player in the bomb site. If Rigon goes down, Dumao has a chance.
Big kill from Cold then, because that'll put one Flash out of the rounds. And you're absolutely right. Dumal's going to go now.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what nearly did. I was going to say nearly got rig on, but they close it. Cold Zero was found, and he cuts off the back of the site with that information.